the small example that I have is with the children that we had worked with in Ukraine, the Ukrainian children, they're like, this is my dog from home and this is my house. And then here's my shelter. And that's, something that is such a heavy weight for a child to carry around. And one thing we had noticed also was that, every single day, some of the projects that we would work on is they're living and breathing this. This is something that's coming out in everything that they're talking about, the stories that they're talking about. But then also, one thing that was beautiful that we saw was, every day they were singing the Ukrainian anthem. They're singing the songs of the country. The spirit of Ukraine was in them. And I want to hear more about some of the work that you've done on the mental health and the psychological programming. From what I hear this week, in fact, you'll be going into a training that you'll be doing with some of students and their families, even moms and dads. So tell us more about what those types of trainings look like and maybe the impact of some of those.
First of all, I want to ask you about the favor.
Yes.
If you, when you saw that video, try to close your eyes, because I want to explain you how it feels when you lose something. Mm-hmm. If you just close the eyes for a couple of seconds. And after you do that, just imagine in 1 second, you just lost opportunity to see at all for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. You will not ready for that. You will not prepare for that. Yeah. Just in 1 second, living your interesting life, wake up in the morning, make the coffee, prepare the children to the school, and go into your work. One time when you're driving or you're sitting at the home watching the TV or play with your children, you just close your eyes and you will stay alive. You will keep living, but without the opportunity to see. So the same which Ukraine have, they have simple, good, interesting life. In 1 second, they lost everything. Everything, but not the hope. The hope that in one time they can open those eyes and can one more time see. So it's like my simple example to explain you how do we feel when we lost something. Opportunity, it's not only to see, it's opportunity to hear or breathing. So it's hard to understand when you are 1,000 kilometers from the place where the people lost not only the money, houses, lives, they just sometimes lost the hopes. Mm-hmm. And if we return to the questions of education proceed, we with the U.S. Charity foundation like Kościuszkowska Foundation or SOS, in Polish language it's Wioski Dziecięce. They are our partners in the projects which we prepare for the children which lost those father or mothers in the war. So it's the project for military families, which we invite to Poland. Mm-hmm. We organize for them rehabilitation projects. It's 10 days staying in the safety place without air alarm, without loud noises of explosion. It's without shooting on the streets, without crying, screamings, and disasters. So it's 10 days of paradise in those heads and souls. It's really necessary for them, because if they live close to the front line, if you live 100 kilometers from front line, really often you hear the sound of the war. The sound of the war, it's not only the things which you feel in by your ears, it's also the sound which you can saw. You can see the ambulance which bring into the hospitals the people without arms, hands, and with really huge endurance of the bodies. You can hear the history of people who try to find a new hope for them. So we try to do our best to bring them on the safe place and show them that they can have normal, as we can say, it's childhood time.